This little boy named Baby Nathan was taken illegally by Santa Clara County when they had no jurisdiction. Original jurisdiction was controlled by another county, which was Stanislaus County, and a referral had been made by a mandated reporter, which was a therapist of the victim, who is the mother of Baby Nathan. Santa Clara County then investigated the case where the mother was abused by the biological father, and there was a domestic violence that took place inside the home, but the child was not present during that incident within the direct vicinity of the domestic violence when it occurred. Because of the death of Baby Jackson in Santa Clara County specifically, the same CPS worker who was in charge of Baby Jackson's case was also assigned to this mother's case. After Baby Jackson died, due to failures within the system, multiple CPS workers jumped the gun and began taking children from different parents and different homes as a precaution, making it appear as though they were doing their job sufficiently after the fact. At some point, this becomes selective enforcement. It becomes penalizing parents who have not only been abused by their abusers, but are now being abused by the system, not only by CPS, but also this courthouse. The court is overlooking these instances of manipulated facts and manipulated testimonies from CPS agents on the stand and during trial. I was personally in court with the victim where a CPS agent named Valerie made a false statement committing perjury and fraud upon the court, and also attacking the mental health of the mother, damaging her psychological and bodily integrity and challenging her mental fitness without any degree or background to make that kind of judgment. Meanwhile, the mother, concerned for her child's safety, identified multiple injuries inflicted on her child. She filed multiple reports to supervisors in charge of the case because of those concerns. Instead of protecting the child, they are attempting to label the mother as an unfit and problematic parent because she is contesting the fact that the child has been hurt under their control and custody. On 2 separate occasions in 2 different foster homes, this child suffered inflicted injuries while under the care and custody and control of CPS. So now we have to ask, is the child in more danger under CPS's care than in the mother's care, even considering this domestic violence situation, knowing well that the child was actually harmed in CPS's care and not the mother's care? The fact that the courts are allowing this is egregious. It reflects a broader problem within the system, where the system continues to protect itself and preserve the welfare of the institution rather than the welfare of the public. This is not just happening in Santa Clara County. It's happening in San Joaquin County, Sacramento County, and across multiple jurisdictions. Public officials who are not upholding their oaths of office are failing in their duty. They are supposed to be dedicated to protecting the welfare of the public, yet they are using their authority in ways that protect themselves instead. How can we claim to defend families yet engage in selective enforcement and retaliation the way that they are today? How can they allow bias and perjury inside courtrooms and then decide when and how to penalize parents, jeopardizing children even further? That's the problem that we keep on running into when it comes to public officials all around. All because the courts failed to follow through with their duties and their guidelines. If they enforced the law properly, it would expose their own negligence. It would be an admission of failure and admission of guilt. But this is not just about one individual. This is about all of us. This is about a collective community where things are happening all around us and it needs to stop. And it doesn't matter if I'm just one person standing here speaking out alone. I am standing in solidarity with the families of Baby Nathan, Baby Jackson, and Baby Moses Lopez. This is about all of us, not just one of us. This is about a collective community where things are happening all around us and it needs to stop. All it takes is one person to say something to change something. If you see this, please repost this message. Speak out for your loved ones. Help prevent this from continuing to happen to others. The people are supposed to have the power to regulate public office, but somewhere along the way, the public has lost sight of the foundation of that power. And one thing must be clear, Baby Jackson died due to negligence, not only by CPS agents, not only by the failures of family court as a whole, but also from the supervisors who oversee these systems, including Peter Ortiz and Sylvia Arenas in Santa Clara County, a leadership connected to San Jose City Hall. And this is only one portion of the problem, because across the board, officials engage in what can only be described as puppet politics. They befriend one another, they protect one another, and when it matters, they turn a blind eye. This is the reality we are confronting, and this is why I am here today. Salus populi suprema lex esto, which means the safety of the community is the highest law.